Oh, hi, first. I'm Dad. Hi, first. I'm Dad. Yeah, we gotta try and sneak this joint in here quick. We gotta try and. Oh, another thing I need to do is. Hold on. We gotta turn this volume down on this joint. I was peaking last time. It was pretty wild. I think we only need about. How about this much? All right. This much is pretty cool because I was peaking last time. Hold on. Let's see here. I was clipping. Your boy was clipping. Oh, yeah, I think that's about healthy. What do you think? How's it sound, y'all? A little bit better? Let me. Maybe. Maybe we go back down here, but then we go up here. Wow, that's really loud. 300 seems like so much. How's it sound? Sounds good now? Sounded great over on the Ubity Tubity. I did it again. My poor wife. Let me see here. Come on. Oh, you son of a. You dirty, rotten scoundrel. There we go. Why do they always have to make it so difficult, you know? There we go. Sounds okay, I guess. Does it sound bad because a man has a microphone, Petty? Is that what's going on? Hey, y'all over there on the Ubity Tubity, you're modding for Erica. Hey, look, Barty Forge, we're chilling. We appreciate you for showing up, though. Yeah. Catch the replay. It's gonna be wonderful. Soul Stealer was happening. Rachel was happening. How y'all doing? Over here on the Ubity Tubity was happening with y'all. What's the business? Over here on the Tickety Tockety, what's going on with y'all? What's the business? Yeah, last night's live, I was speaking normally, but it was so loud. It sounded like a Christopher Nolan movie. It's it was too freaking loud. You know what I mean? Be sure to give a like. Oh yeah, don't forget to like over there on the Ubity Tubity. The number of likes should match the number of viewers. That's how we grow. That's how we expand. That's how we expunge. Okay, explicate other words that begin with an X and then the very next level letter is P. That's how we expire. You know what I mean? What's up with the Lon Hartman? What am I missing something? Y'all, I gotta start watching the news again. I had to tune the fuck out because it's like depressing and shit. Ooh, how we expel. Potatomos Patatomos says white lives matter. I'm gonna go ahead and you're already muted. All right, I'm gonna send you a little request there. Potamus. Potamus. Oh, we're American. We don't speak funny. Expose. They denied the request. Oh, so just cowardice. The one again. What am I missing, Slim? I gotta start watching the news again. I'm missing out on so much. And it's like I'll go into places and people are like, "Hey, you seen Patriot Front walking in D.C.?" I'm like, "Nah, I was in D.C." No, I ain't seen nowhere. They was down there. Oh snap! I ordered some lettuce from Taco Bell. I didn't not a taco or anything with lettuce on it, just lettuce. I was on the phone with Jeff, and he was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I just ordered some Taco Bell lettuce." Lettuce, yeah. Yeah, we just playing. Yeah, just Russian roulette. All with my health. What's happening, Tams? What's wrong? What's wrong? What am I missing here? The police are saying it's self-inflicted. Yeah, Brody. I don't know if I got the spoons to even think about us being lynched. Still, it's 2026. It is July 20th. July 20th, 2026. Well, I'm about to get roasted for saying something was turned in. And, you know, that ain't turned in. It slid on the door. Yeah, it is. It is turned in. Nate.
What's up, Solid? Been following you for a while.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Lunch break. High quality show, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
All I was saying in the comments was I debunk 1350 all the time, and I want your opinion on my debunking strategy.
Okay.
So their thing is that 13% of the population, 50% of a particular crime, they like to say schmurder. But when you factor in that those crimes are, what is it, am I saying it right? Intra-racial? Whichever one it is where
intra-racial crime.
Intra-racial, where it's proximity. So if it's proximity, we're only talking about 52 million and not 350 million. So that changes the math drastically. So, right? So they're saying, okay, so you're 50% of what crime? It's not crime against you, it's intraracial. So it's crime against 52 million. So now we go from 13% down to like 0.05% or something like that. So you have to take the 9,000 murders that they're claiming per year from us, but it's against us. It's not against the general population. Math is completely different. It's 9,000 into 52 million. It's not 9,000 into 350 million.
Oh, so you're saying that because the intra-racial crime rate is high, that our crime rate is not indicative of
the entire country.
The entire country.
It's not going against 350 million.
I see what
it's
you're
only
saying.
Same thing as you try to say about them. You take their crime rate or their murder rate and you put it against their population because it's intraracial. So they're lying from the jump. They're lying from the beginning. They're making you think that 50 of the 13 of that are, I'm sorry, that 13 of the 1350 is against the entire population, which is not.
So here's the deal, right? I get exactly what you're saying, right? But like to a op, well, let me ask you this: what has been your experience telling an op that?
They try to say, well, it's still crime. I say, but then I catch them. I say, oh, so what you're saying is you care about the lives. I say, yeah. I said, so then you think Black lives matter, and then they hang up.
Okay, all right. Listen, I'm a firm believer that as long as you are disrupting the racist stereotypes and the stigmatization, that you know what I'm saying, that you're doing the Lord's work. No, you like do whatever you can. You know what I'm saying?
The math, to me, the math as a math thing is pretty clear.
It makes
now,
sense, right? Because if intraracial
like,
crime is high, then no, it's right.
But they're making you think that this 13% of, or this 9,000 Schmurters is going against 350 million people.
Right.
But that would mean that all these 9,000 Schmurters per year, the majority of them have to be against their
Black people,
population.
which would be the 48,000.
Which would be the 48 million.
Or 48 million, I mean, yeah.
Right. And if you do that math, it comes down to something. Somebody do the math, please. It's like 0.05% or something like that.
Yeah, you keep
It's
saying
extremely
math,
low.
and I don't like it. No, no, but I get
Anyway,
you.
I love your show, bro. I got to get back to work.
I appreciate you. Thanks, Nate.
All right. Yeah.
Trevor.
Hey, blood, you from downtown?
Which downtown? I just want to say how long you can keep this up. Which downtown?
You tell me, which is the Atlanta, Chicago?
Downtown Denver.
Pick one.
Downtown Denver?
Oh, you guys, the deniers are hilarious.
My grandmother.
I'll let you do your thing.
lived
Okay,
4
I'll let you
blocks
do your
from
thing
Coors
though, all
Field.
right? You have fun.
You okay? You all right? Anyway, my grandmother lived 4 blocks from Coors Field, so I spent a lot of time. Also, I used to work for the city and county of Denver, so I'd be downtown like pretty often, back and forth between the Capitol and like my grandmother's house, and then I would go up to the 5 Points to work at PBS and to run my public access show. Oh, you know what? Y'all want to? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. It's just, they ain't got no motion for the past few days. You know what I mean? And so rather than, spend more money, because I don't know if y'all know this calling line costs money. And I don't do nothing.
You are connected as the host. Welcome, host. You are now in the
host room
Stop
and can manage
yelling
your
at me
callers
like
from the
that.
call-in studio web interface.
I know they better stop yelling at me. All right, phone lines is open, and all you got to do is dial. Oh, yeah, let's leave that open, and then let's do, what image am I missing? This one? There we go. So, if you want to call in over on the Ubity Tubity, you can dial 202-999-3055, or you can request up here. If I believe you to be a troll, the first whiff of trollery, I'm probably just gonna get rid of you, because I've been hearing about how y'all been acting a plumb fool, huh? That's unk language right there. Why am I seeing more gray hair? Because I have more gray hair. I can't wait to be either like peak salt and pepper, or be like, can y'all see the gray nose hair? Okay, can't see the gray nose hair. But I can't wait for all my grays to grow in. One of the things about enjoying patriarchy is getting old doesn't devalue you when you're a man under patriarchy. So I know we got to get rid of patriarchy, but while patriarchy's here, I think I'm just going to try and enjoy that for a little while. You know what I mean? Lamondan, you might as well just call in, instead of harassing the other people at the viewers. I always say that, like, okay, the person in the chat who's harassing the other viewers, they're only doing that because they're afraid to talk to the host. So you're welcome to call 202-999-3055. Maku Sabliki. Boy, your boy be speaking of Arabic. You be harassing some of the viewers, yeah, but see, okay, so when you harass the viewers, you know what I'm saying, you just being mischievous. You know what I'm saying? That's not cowardly. That's mischievous. You know what I'm saying? You just being mischievous. Y'all, we got another live goal. When you hit the live goal, you protect the live, you get us on the FYP. And what it tells me about you is that you're the best cartwheeler at your school. And I'm proud of you for that. And you should be proud of yourself. Excuse me. That's all. Anybody in the comments that be harassing other viewers, they scared to talk to the host is really what that is. You're going to change your name to Miss Cheevious. Excellent. Miss Cheevious. Rub your hands together. Yeah, that girl ain't up to no good, boy. Let me tell you. That girl ain't up to no good right there, boy. Oh, shit. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. You know what I think the problem is? I don't sit up all the way before I click the chair back into place. Also, I'm huge. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big boy. I'm probably like 353 or something like that. I don't know. I'm big. I'm quite large. I'm a seat breaker. That's how I like to roll. You know, I like to walk into a room and the chairs just move out of the way, and I go, "Oh, are these automated chairs?" And the person who owns the room full of chairs says, "No, they're not. They're not animated." Know what I mean, Vern? Why can't black people be racist? Because that's not how racism works. Joe?
Hello.
Yeah, how can I help you? Oh, immediate teacupping. We don't like it. We don't want to see your teacup, baby. We don't want to see your own teacup. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can't teacup if you're going to come up here.
Hey, so I just want to debate all masculinity is toxic.
Okay.
I think that masculinity has shown me that, you know, you can be as masculine as you want, but at the same time, you can get repercussions for it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm 23, chat.
This generation, these whippersnappers, they just can't focus. I'll tell you what. Masculinity is the performance of manhood. Man is an oppressor class. To be an oppressor class is toxic. Therefore, masculinity is toxic. All masculinity.
Okay, so TikTok lives are funny to be in.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Yo,
Hello.
what do you mean 1350 is a myth? I know what 1350 is referring to, but what do you mean it's a myth?
Yeah, it's the idea that black people are just inherently more violent. It's a talking point that is it's a faulty extrapolation built on incomplete data for the purpose of painting black people out as inherently violent. And the idea that
But you
black
think-
people are inherently violent is mythological.
Right. Yeah, obviously.
Mythological.
That would be like eugenics, but you agree that the data is all right, stimming a little bit. The data is correct though, right? You accept that it is like not a lie. Like those are real stats.
No, I don't agree to that. I think the stats are incomplete.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so they come from 2019 from Table 43.
Yeah.
It's incomplete data.
Explain how.
Well, the first thing is there's not all the numbers.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? All the data isn't there. There's data missing.
All right, but the data that is there says 13. It's actually more than 1350, I think. But It says 1350.
It doesn't say 1350.
And I can pull it up right now.
Well,
The FBI. That's what it says.
13% is the entire black population.
Correct.
Did the entire black population do wait, no, not even. Hold on, because I'm got to get you to
No, 13% of
6,000.
not all black people are committing crimes. It's actually less than 0.1% of black people that are committing crimes,
Well,
but it's
there
just
you
a
go.
disproportionate
so then why
amount of
invoke
crimes.
the 13%.
What do you mean? I'm not arguing that black people are inherently violent. I'm just telling you that it is a fact that
that's where
13% of
1350 comes from.
All right, I understand that's where it comes from, but it is true that 13% of the population commits 50% of all the violent crimes. Not that all of those 13% committed, but
No.
a subset of those 13% do
So
commit all the
even the
violent
little
crimes.
babies are committing the violent crimes?
Not what I said.
Okay, so then why invoke the 1350? Or the 13?
I mean, it's showing that there's a disproportionate amount of crime being committed by black people.
Oh, all right. I don't care.
Yeah. All right. I don't care either.
Also-
I don't think it means that much. I'm
also
just saying,
the,
like, I'm just
well,
trying to
hear
see
me
if you're
out.
out here saying facts aren't facts.
Well, hear me out. It's not facts.
It is.
Because no, it's not. Because do you know the methodology?
Do you?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, you didn't answer my question. Do you know the methodology?
The methodology they use to collect that data?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Arrest reporting.
All right.
So
Sounds pretty valid to me.
precincts, precincts are supposed to report arrests.
All right.
It hasn't clicked yet.
No, I'm not seeing where you're going.
How do you know someone has committed a crime?
Are you sure? So you're saying that it's just off arrests and not convictions?
You say it again?
You're saying that the reporting is based off arrests and not convictions?
Yes. That should be relevant to you. That should be extremely
Yeah,
relevant to you.
that definitely,
'Cause
definitely
there's
does
a-
mean
there's
something,
another one
but it's
that's
also not going to get
1355.
underreported.
Do you know 1355?
I can assume what it means.
What does
Yeah.
it mean?
Like 13%, 55% of the crimes. Is that what it's going at?
Nope.
No?
13% of the population makes up 55% of all exonerations for violent crime. That means we're falsely convicted more than any other group. So we're arrested more than any other group. I'll tell you what 1350 does tell me. I'll tell you what Table 43 of the FBI UCR crime data tells me. It tells me that black people are over-policed. Tells me that black
Maybe,
people
but-
are arrested more. Also, it can't be 50. The 50 can't even be right. There were 16,000 murders in 2019. We have less than
violent
half
crimes,
of, there's
not
only
murders.
75K arrests, period, for murder, in 2019. So we have less than half, right? Less than half of, there were only arrests for less than half of the total murders in 2019. More than half of the murders in 2019, there
All
were
right,
no
but do you know-
arrests made. So
you know
how
how
can we
data works,
allege
though?
that
Like, where
black
you can
people
extrapolate-
commit
you
more
can
violent
extrapolate.
crimes if we don't even have exactly? It's a faulty extrapolation based on incomplete data. It's just people just doing conjecture. I need you to just real quick demonstrate to me the racial makeup of the other half of the murders.
Huh?
Demonstrate to me the racial makeup of the other half of the murders.
I mean, it'd be white, Hispanic, and Native, right?
I don't know.
I mean, those are the other racial groups that I think are reported on.
Yet those racial group exists. What's the racial makeup of the commission of the other half of the murders?
Do you want me to pull up
The ones
table?
where no arrests were made.
Do you want me to pull up table 43? Is that what you're asking?
We can't tell it by table 43. Table 43 will only give us the less than half of arrests that were made for the total amount of murders in 2019.
So you want me to give you data that doesn't exist?
Yeah, yes, because that's the
All right,
only way
well,
you're going to be able to
obviously I
justify
can't do that.
1350.
Obviously, I'm not like, I don't know what you think my point is. I was kind of just coming up here to see like what you were talking about, because there's some people that'll just deny straight facts. Like I was just trying to see what I'm not saying that black people are violent or anything like that.
1350 is.
No, 13 data is not saying anything.
1350 is not data, it's a talking point. It's a faulty extrapolation based on incomplete data. It's a racist.
Can you give me a
stigma.
better one? Can
No,
you give me a better
no,
one?
The FBI crime data is the best data we have, and that should
So
worry
are we
everyone.
just supposed to not talk about it at all?
No, the problem is that white supremacists don't talk about it honestly. They talk about it to try and paint black people out as
How do you
inherently
talk
violent.
about it honestly if you're saying there's no honest data?
Well, I'm not saying there's not honest data. It is honest to talk about how the data is faulty, how the methodology sucks, how
You
the,
could talk
how
about
the,
that all you.
how the data is incomplete. That is honestly talking about it.
That's talking about the data. It's not talking about the actual problems.
How can we say there's a problem? I think, how does that lead us to believe that
How
there's a
can we
problem
say
with
there's not a
anything
problem?
other than
Equally, how
over
can we say
policing
there's-
black communities, right?
How can we say that there's not a problem
If
equally?
you understand the history of policing and black people's relationship with policing in the nation, then it makes perfect sense. If you understand that the first group of police in America were slave catchers, if you understand the convict lease system was put in place to compensate for the loss of slaves after emancipation, if you watch the growth and the trend of where they figured out what type of crimes, what type of behaviors could be criminalized in black communities so that they could be put back into prisons in order for their labor to be leased back out. If you can acknowledge those things, then the number of arrests in black communities makes perfect sense. I don't think that's a problem with black people. I think that's a problem with racism. I think that racism is the problem. I don't think black people are the problem at all.
I'm not saying that there is no systemic racism that led to these conditions, but if you're going to sit here and say that violence isn't a problem like in these communities, that's like being disingenuous. Like,
No, it's not being disingenuous at all to acknowledge that environmental factors and systemic
no,
racism
but you
have
didn't
created conditions that would lead to criminality.
That's
in the first
exactly
place,
what
that
I said.
criminalizing
Listen,
the
I literally
behaviors of
said
black
that.
people in the first place. That's the problem. It's not
What
black
I
people.
literally-
What you just said to me was victim blaming.
what? What I said is
You
that
said, I know
regardless,
that racism
regardless
is
of any
there,
systemic,
but black people still need to like not be affected by racism.
that's not what I said. I'm just asking you to acknowledge the basic fact. I said I understand that there is systemic racism that made these problems a thing, and I'm not even putting the blame on the people that are perpetrating the actions. But I'm just seeing if you're going to acknowledge the basic fact that these problems of violence do exist, regardless of whose fault they are or what they were caused by.
I cannot in good conscience because I don't have complete data and I don't want to make faulty extrapolations. What I do know for sure is that black people are over policed. What I do know for sure is that 74% of historically redlined neighborhoods are still as segregated today as they were in the 1930s.
Yeah, I
Those
agree.
communities are food insecure. They have lower budgets for their schools.
I completely agree.
Less job opportunities. They're in food swamps, food deserts, like all of these things. They have less access to higher education because the parents don't have higher education, right? If black people are being more violent in these areas, right? It is a direct result of a reaction to an environment that was put there by racism.
Right, that's literally what I said. I just want to see if you're like denying facts or not, like regardless of, because I literally said that, like if you want to go back, like I said that it's because of systemic racism and things of that sort. But I'm just seeing like, because there is a violence problem.
That's the problem that I'm having, right? Let's do this. Can we both take accountability for that men have a violence problem?
men in general. Yeah, I think men are overrepresented in violent crimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that men do the bulk of violent crimes. Yeah. I will say that black people appear more in representation for homicide and what's the other one? It's homicide
Abuse.
related, right? We can do that, yeah, sure, right? But one thing that I will never be okay with is painting black people out as
That's not what I'm
inherently
trying to do.
violent.
No, that's not. I'm
But
not
that's
trying
what
to do that.
1350 does.
All right, I'm not defending the purposes behind the statistic. I was,
Good. I'll let you down.
yeah, yeah. All right. I don't know.
Jaioni,
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm living the best life anyone has ever lived ever.
I love that.
I'm literally sitting in a jacuzzi right now.
God bless, bro.
Those are the bubbles.
Do you mind if I address a couple things on your prompt?
Sure.
Okay. So I guess starting from top to bottom, I heard bits and pieces of your last conversation. I agree with what you're saying. Don't use 1350 as an indicative to say that African Americans or black people are inherently violent. But what about the statistic in itself is a myth?
That it's a faulty extrapolation built on incomplete data.
What's incomplete about the FBI's data?
We're missing literally half of. We haven't made arrests for less than half, for more than half of the total murders in 2019.
What about 2016? I have the
We
chart.
can dig into it.
Sure. I have the table in front of me. For example, let me just say something. So, out of all adults arrested in 2016, 71% were white. Right. I'm not going to say white people are
You said
inherently more.
2016.
Yeah. And this is the same thing. Of all adults arrested for murder, 52% were black or African American, 45.4% were white, and 2.6% were of other races. Black or African American juveniles comprised 52% of all juveniles arrested for violent crimes. White juveniles accounted for 58.4% of all juveniles arrested for property crimes. Of juveniles arrested for drug abuse populations, 74.8 were white. So I'm not going to say these aren't for generalizations. These are just facts. Do you disagree with anything that I just said?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, no, I will agree. I agree that what you read is the numbers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
What I disagree on is that means that the black people committed those murders. Unless
What do you mean?
your point is that black people are overrepresented in getting arrested for violent crime, then we can't agree.
I think me and you can maybe meet in the middle somewhere and say they're put in situations at birth.
Yeah. How many arrests were made total for murder?
How many arrests were made total for murder in 2016? Let's see. Total arrests, murder, 9,374 is what I see.
Per
Okay.
the
So,
FBI, there were an estimated 17,500, or excuse me,
no, because
250.
there's a whole thing for manslaughter too. Oh, non-knowledge manslaughter. Okay. So some cases may have been unreported, or what's your?
That means that
What's
there
your
were
point?
arrests made for less than half, or for a little over half.
Okay. So
That
you're
means
assuming
we
that
have
the
a little less than half of the murders where there were no arrests made, and we don't even know the racial makeup of the other half, right? Because there were no arrests made. Also, you finish this sentence. In a court of law, you are innocent until,
proven guilty,
which means
which means what it means. What do you mean?
What is it? Yeah. What? In other words,
You are
in order
innocent
to
and
be
are,
guilty of a crime, you must be
proven to be so. Yeah.
proven guilty. You must be convicted of that crime.
Mm-hmm.
UCR doesn't measure convictions. Also, 1350 isn't built off of 2016. 1350 is built off of two different studies. The first time 1350 was the first time 1350 was popularized was based on a 1994 FBI crime victimization survey, where they asked victims the race of their assailants.
When I looked
Now, you
up,
understand the problem with that, right?
Sure, but just to go back for a sec, when I looked up how many arrests were made for murders in 2016 FBI, I got the number 9,427, and I could source where I got it. Where did you get that 18,000 number from?
It says right here, FBI.
Okay, look, let me show you my screen. It's interesting how we can look up the same thing and get different information. Look.
Here it is right here in 2016.
No,
this is
I believe you, but-
FBI.gov.
I believe you. I just want you to believe that I looked at the exact same thing. How many arrests were made for murders in 2016 FBI, right? Law enforcement agencies made an estimated 9,427 arrests for murders and non-negligent manslaughter in 2016, according to the FBI. So it's like, I don't know which one of the AIs is lying to us. This is my source.
No,
right?
we have the same source. It's just that you're confused about what we're measuring.
What are you measuring? What's the difference?
You're measuring arrests. I'm measuring total murders.
Okay, so your assumption is that out of the other 8,000 quote-unquote schmurders, you're assuming
Not
most
quote
of those
unquote, just quote.
Yeah, quote, most of those schmurders are perpetrated by white men. That's the only way.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, then what are you implying now? I'm trying to understand.
I'm saying that we don't know the racial makeup of the other half.
Okay,
and because we don't know the racial makeup of the other half, we shouldn't be alleging that it's white people who did it, especially since the metric that we're using is arrests and not convictions.
Let's do this, okay? Let's say out of those remaining...
Do you understand my argument here?
I
do.
You
understand
what
I'm saying?
I do.
What am I saying?
Just you're saying that just because we only have half the information available, so that therefore like the information presented isn't really reliable. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying, is 1350 definitive? Are they saying maybe 13% of the United States population commits 50% of the crime? Maybe, possibly, or is 1350 saying that black people make up the largest racial group of murders and violent crime?
Well, I think it's more of a proportion argument, right? So if whites comprise 13% of the population, but that's what it is, sir.
So
it's not
are they being final about it or assured about it, or are they saying maybe possibly?
Maybe possibly, more than likely than not.
They're saying maybe possibly, more than likely.
More likely than not, yeah.
Okay, can you give me an example of anybody ever using this and saying it to be unsure?
What do you mean, like a politician talking about this point?
Perhaps one Charlie S. Kirk.
My brother, I'm not a Charlie Kirk's apologist. I'm just speaking how
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you can find me an example of some sort of pundit, some sort of public figure invoking 1350 to be considerate, or right? Every time people bring up 1350, they are saying it to be definitive, to say that this is actually the paradigm. The purpose of 1350 is to paint black people out to be inherently violent.
Okay, so then on that point, sir, I agree with you 100%, and it shouldn't be made for that point. The only reason I was...
Bingo, it's a myth. We cannot confidently say that black people are responsible for 50% of the violent crime when we don't know who's responsible for all of the violent crime.
Okay. All right, sure. Since you're not trying to hear me out on this one, but it's fine. I understand what you're saying, so we can go to the next one if you want. I feel like we agree on more than we disagree on that top one anyways. I just think you're misrepresenting how I'm saying it as in, okay, there's an overrepresentation in this, and it's not because they're inherently anything. It's because, if anything, they're over-arrested, right? We agree on that. They are put in positions of lesser, income or positions of power from a starting age, and all these things may be leading contributors. Whatever. That's a different discussion. I don't even want to dive into that. What do you mean by all masculinity is toxic? I find that statement problematic.
Masculinity is the performance of manhood. Man is an oppressor class. To be an oppressor is to be toxic. Therefore, all masculinity is toxic.
Okay, the way I perceive masculinity is just like being a man. So, can you give me an example of something that's like
There you
masculine?
go.
That's
We agree.
so you think being a man is toxic?
Yeah.
Okay, is like playing sports toxic?
Playing sports
Mm-hmm.
being a man?
I mean, it's attributed. It's associated with.
I don't
manly.
play sports. Am I a man?
Is playing tackle football toxic?
Is playing tackle football being a man?
Mostly men are playing tackle football. I don't know any woman who does. But is that toxic to you?
Wait, hold on. What is playing tackle football being a man?
So can you give me an example of being a man?
What the hell's
so
going on here?
I want.
Whatever the performance of masculinity is, whatever the masculine role is, or expectations or roles of men are, that's masculinity.
Got you. Okay,
per
so
society. So if you are doing the performance of being a man, that means you're being a man. Being a man is an oppressor class. To be an oppressor is to be toxic. All masculinity is toxic.
So then, correct me if I'm wrong. The way I perceive it, it's like being a man in 2026 means, I guess you're saying, being the breadwinner, making money, going to work and making money. Is that a toxic trait?
Is making money being a man?
You just said. I'm assuming what you're saying is gender roles. Is that what you're saying by saying being a man?
Is going to work being a man, bro? What? I don't understand why this is so difficult.
Give me an example of being a man then, so I can understand you.
The performance of manhood,
Which is what you're just saying, being a man.
fulfilling the status of the identity status of man.
Can you give me one example of that, please?
An example of me.
You doing what? What action are you doing to be a man?
I'm just a man.
So you're toxic? Mm-hmm. So you're just born toxic if you're a man.
You're socialized into gender roles.
There it is, gender roles. Okay, so which gender role is toxic?
Depends on the society and the personal schema of the individual.
American society. Which gender role in our society is toxic?
The one that affirms manhood.
Dude, you know you're saying things in circular reasoning. You're not saying anything that's
I'm not.
Okay, so for example, me in 2026, what can I do on a day-to-day basis that's masculine toxic? Give me an example, sir, of what I do.
Be a man.
So waking up in the morning, I'm just toxic.
Did you wake up in the morning and be a man?
That's what I was assigned at birth. I mean, I'm assuming so. That's toxic.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you realize, so is being a woman toxic to you too, or just being a man? Okay.
You know why?
Tell me, I'm not
woman
following.
is not an oppressor class.
Okay, so is being white being toxic?
Is being white being toxic?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So if you're born white, you're toxic,
great
and if
question.
you're born black, you're not toxic, right?
Depends on your. Oh, we got a caller. Depends on your.
This is crazy, bro. You realize how crazy you sound?
Depends
I
on
don't
your
think-
status, right? Because I'm toxic and I'm black. It's not crazy. It's just frustrating to you.
No,
Yes,
I'm not
caller?
frustrated.
I reject your oppressor versus oppressive class. So
Okay, we'll be right with you. Is there anything else you needed so I can get with this caller?
Yeah, I guess on the last thing, since we haven't touched on it, black people can't be racist.
Very true.
If a black person was a business owner and he had position of power,
No.
and decided not to hire based on race, is that racist to you? Hello, could you hear my question?
Yeah, I just gave you the answer.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, I said no. Maybe I shouldn't have said it in the middle of you. I just knew where it was going, and so I said.
So
no.
what is that then? If a black person says, "I'm not hiring you because you're Asian or white or Indian," what is that to you?
Self-defense, most likely.
Self-defense? Yo, come on, bro. You're not actually standing on what you're saying right now. You believe in that?
The problem is you just keep asking me questions and not
Self-defense
looking for
from what?
explanations.
So
From white supremacy.
if
racial
an
hatred.
Asian, if an Indian wanted to get a job and he's not, I'm not hiring you because you're Indian. Is that
Oh, well,
racism?
then there's self-defense from racial triangulation.
Self-defense from racial triangulation. What has an Indian done to a black guy?
Filled a buffer class status.
Yo, my man, I'm gonna put my therapist number in the chat. You need one, bro. I don't know what's up with you.
Listen, you're upset, but
I'm not upset, dude.
it doesn't matter to me, bro. You ask me questions, I'm answering the questions. Instead
I'm
of
not
us
even white,
arguing
bro.
about the
Listen,
form of the
I'm
argument,
Arab.
right?
I'm
Instead
Arab.
of
It's
excuse
just
me,
what you're
excuse
saying
me.
is hilarious.
It's okay, bud. Instead of like getting into the form, right, and talking about the function of race and racism, right, you're just asking me like what if questions. I don't give a fuck about the what if questions. We can talk about racism and how racism works. Or you
sure.
could just keep asking me like, well, what if I'm at prom and my date doesn't want to hold my hand? Like, what the fuck does that
I hear
matter to
you.
me?
This is the last thing I'll say, and I appreciate the time. Okay.
You keep talking about plays instead of talking about the rules of the game.
I hear you. So this is how I view it. If a white man oppressor says to a
Yes.
black man, says to a black man,
Yes.
I'm not hiring
Yes.
you because can I just finish, please, and then you can hear what I'm saying. I'm not hiring you because you are a black African American. That is 1,000% racism. In the same breath, if a black man who in a position of power
No.
said to a Asian, a white, or any
No,
race,
you're still
can I just
doing the
finish?
what if game. Fuck the
Can I just
hypotheticals,
finish?
bro. Let's
What do you mean-
talk
what do you
about the
mean, what if?
structure.
What do you mean, what if? I'm telling you the reality. If
You
if
keep
that's
no,
what-
you're not. You're
Oh,
saying you literally at the beginning of your shit said if.
okay.
if-
Are there no black?
if.
Are there no black men with?
You
positions
need to
of
know,
power?
you keep talking about the plays instead of asking about the rules of the game.
Okay, so what are the rules of the game, sir? What do you?
Thank you very much. The social function of racism is to create a vulnerable class of people that are easier to feed into a free and cheap labor force that have no defense against their oppression. The idea here, right, is that the racism acts as a justification for the dehumanization and exploitation and disenfranchisement of non-white groups. Why? Because white supremacist racism is the only model of race we've ever had.
So
Do you understand?
Man is the only
So
one who can be racist?
racism is actually the structuring and maintenance of a hierarchy based on race.
So only white people can be racist then.
Yes.
Okay, so instead of saying black people can't, you just say white people can only be racist.
I
'Cause
don't
it makes
wanna.
it makes it seem like you think you guys are above. I mean, every other ethnic minority.
I mean, perhaps your socialization process has led you to draw that inference based on me being a black man saying this.
Wait, so just so I understand you, so white people can only be racist because they've historically held those positions of
Not
power.
historically.
Still do.
The white racial group is still the dominant racial group. They still hold a disproportionate, a majority of control over resources. They still hold a monopoly on violence. They still hold greater proximity to power. Not used
So
to.
you can only be racist if
Still
you're part of
happens.
the. You can be only racist if you're only part of the majority group. That's what you're saying.
Not majority group.
Controlling
Dominant group.
Yeah, controlling group. Okay, so you cannot
Dominant
be racist.
group. Listen, this isn't some shit that I made up on like fucking Reddit, okay? This is some shit that I learned in a school, okay? like,
Okay, but
like
sir,
we use
sir,
the
I got
terms we
you, I
use
got
for a
you. But,
reason.
In my opinion, if someone walks
Jesus
up to
Christ.
someone randomly and unalives them because of their race, I don't give a fuck if they're a power or controlling group or not. That's a racist act. Can we agree
No,
on something?
no. Your personal
okay.
schema doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Bro, what are you talking about? If I go up to somebody and say I'm killing you because you're this race, is that not racist to you?
Depends
What are we
on your
doing
race
here?
and their race.
What do you mean it depends, bro? I'm killing them because of their race.
It depends on the races of the two people.
Okay. Let's say I'm a Middle Eastern.
Racism
Say
has
I-
permeated everything we do, and it has informed all of our socialization processes. All right? If you are socialized from the position of a non-white person, then that is going to change the context around your actions. Just because a similar action has happened between people from two different groups doesn't mean that those actions have the same meaning.
All right,
I don't
got you,
know
bro.
why y'all flip out like this.
I'm not flipping. Don't worry. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a nice. Thank you for the time. Wait.
Listen, y'all, instead of getting frustrated or being bewildered by this shit, just like maybe stop racism. Maybe like maybe get rid of white supremacy. All right, caller, what's your name?
Joe,
Hello, Joe.
I reject your oppressor versus oppressed class mythology.
I don't care.
Well, then I'm sorry that you have to base your argument off of mythology, and you already lost.
All right,
so
just prove that black people aren't oppressed.
I don't really care what your mythology is.
Just real
Prove
quick,
your view.
just real quick. Is it true or false that 74% of historically redline neighborhoods are still as segregated today as they were in the 1930s?
What? You just ended my call?
No, you're right here. I need you to prove.
What was that beat?
I muted you because you were talking more than I wanted you to.
I didn't talk at all. I let you ask.
Okay, cool. Hey, can you prove to me that 74% of historically redline neighborhoods are not as segregated today as they were in the 1930s?
I don't even know the question is. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. The segregation racism that segregated people into neighborhoods.
How about just?
Can you
I
prove
don't
to me
buy
that those
your
neighborhoods
emotional-
aren't still
Your
segregated?
emotionally charged narrative doesn't really evoke any emotion
Okay,
on
you-
me, so
you-
you're going
you
to have to
haven't
give me
answered the
provide
question.
facts
You haven't
Huh?
answered the question.
because I don't really care about your emotionally charged rhetoric. Just
Okay,
provide
it's
a
not
question
emotionally
without
charged.
emotionally rhetoric.
I'm
It
literally
sure is.
talking about stuff.
It's emotionally charged rhetoric. How about just?
I'm talking
I
about
don't-
stuff
I-
that happened.
Yeah, I don't agree with your systematically
Okay,
erased
so
bullshit. I
so
don't care.
segregation didn't happen.
It went like it happened a long time ago. There's no.
Okay,
freaking
it happened a long
segregation
time
right now.
ago. Cool. Can you
Yep, there's
now
lots of things
demonstrate
that
that I'm wrong about the segregated neighborhoods still being super segregated?
They're segregated by choice.
Segregated.
Bro, I'm
Okay,
married.
can you
Do
support
know
that?
I'm
Can you
married
substantiate that?
I'm interracially married.
I
Do you
don't
know this?
care, bro. I could give
Well,
zero
okay,
fucks.
so
What I need you to do,
all
what I need you to do, is
all
just
my wife-
substantiate your claim that black people
They-
wanted themselves. Okay, we'll try it again, bud. We'll try. we'll try it again. All I need you to do is provide me with some evidence that black people chose to stay segregated. Can you do that?
Everybody chooses to be around their preferred group.
Okay,
This
that is not,
shown
and that's a
everywhere.
dodge. That doesn't
That's
answer
not
my
a dodge.
question at
If
all.
you
That
why
doesn't
is
prove
it a
your
dodge?
claim.
Explain how it doesn't address your. Explain
It
how it
literally
doesn't.
doesn't.
Address your,
I said provide me with
it
some evidence.
specifically addresses your question. You asked why
crashing
do
out.
black folks like to be around their community?
That's not what I asked you.
Because people like. Okay, then what are you asking? Please.
Well,
ask
first of all,
specifically again.
take 5 deep breaths. Okay,
Ask your question.
come on, I'll breathe with you.
Ask your question. Ask your question.
That's one.
Being condescending doesn't prove anything, dude. Hey, being
That's two.
condescending
Hey,
doesn't prove
can
anything.
we just
nor does it
feng
grow
shui
your
our
YouTube
wunagi
channel.
together, please?
Yes, I'm trying to
Can
get
we
you to
center
ask
our
you the question.
chakras?
Just ask the
Jesus
question,
Christ.
dude. Just ask the fucking question, bro.
Okay. I need you to
You can't
provide.
answer the question. You can't ask. Okay, sorry. Go. Waiting.
I need you to provide some evidence that black people chose to stay in those segregated neighborhoods.
Okay, what is provide evidence that is holding back?
That
They
doesn't answer
choose
my
to
question.
Be there.
You
That
failed.
They choose to be there. That's my answer. They choose.
Listen,
to
I
be
didn't
there.
ask you
Now,
for your
if
opinion. I asked you to.
They choose to be
I
there.
asked you to substantiate your claim. I don't.
People
Are you,
choose to be
just real quick,
around
I just want to be
preferred
sure
groups.
that you know
That's
what I'm
the
talking
answer.
about. Oh, that.
That's
See,
the
now we're
answer.
clipping
People
again.
prefer to be around preferred groups.
Okay, just
This is
substantiate
really easy.
that.
Look at every community
Show
around
the
you.
evidence. That doesn't give me proof that people like being.
Everywhere. Look
Oh my
at
God.
every community. Look
Hey,
at every
look at him
community.
fucking freaking out.
Show me a community
It's
where
crashing
I'm wrong.
Are you? Yeah. Cook
Show
County.
me a community where
Cook County. Cook County.
What about Cook County?
Yeah, it's a historically redline neighborhood, and the low property values gave people less employment
What does
opportunities.
that? Okay, what does that have to do with you choosing?
That's
not
people
choosing
not
to move?
choosing. That's people not choosing to move. That's people being stuck there because they can't They can't pay their way out of there.
Forcing them to stay there.
What? Poverty is forcing
What
them
law
to
is
stay there.
forcing them to stay there?
Poverty is forcing them to stay there.
For a second, there's people crossing on foot across the Mexican desert with zero money, and you're telling me that the poor black folks in the Bronx
So that is
can't
your
move out of
question.
there?
So that is your solution, is to like
Yes,
walk
go
barefoot
to where there's opportunity.
somewhere
Go
else?
to where there's opportunity. Go
Okay.
to where there's opportunity. That's
Okay,
the
yeah,
solution.
I got you, bud. It's okay, man. You are yelling a lot, and I really want you to calm down. Otherwise, we can't have this conversation. Okay?
Well, I don't like racists, so I'm sorry.
Well, you should learn to like yourself.
I don't. What are you talking about? I don't. Why would
Yeah,
I
I'm
be
not.
racist?
I'm not a racist. You're a racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you've
Yeah, not a
shown
racist
multiple
at all.
times throughout this.
Not a racist
Yes, you
at
are
all.
racist.
Literally
You
not a
literally
racist.
just said
Can't
that
be
white
racist.
people are
I
toxic.
can't
That's
be racist.
Yeah, that's
I cannot be
racist
racist.
in itself. That itself is racist right there.
Okay. all right.
Racism is you thinking
I don't
that
want you to
you're
have a heart
superior
attack, man.
based on
I
your
need you
race.
to calm down, okay?
So you
The problem
can't
is,
argue-
hey, listen,
you can't-
listen. Stop.
you can't argue
stop,
outside your mythology?
Stop.
You can't argue.
This is no longer a debate. This is you trying to scold me. You're not my dad. You understand? Okay? You're not even a better person than me. All right? People don't even like you as much as they like me. All right? What we're going to do is we're going to have a debate. If you say a thing, I will require you to prove your thing. Do you understand? Another thing I need you to do is stop fucking crashing out, you angry white racist. Jesus Christ.
Cares about your skin color. You should get over yourself because nobody cares about your skin color.
There you go, scolding again. Make the argument, prove the argument.
I already made my argument. And you
Okay, now
refused to
prove
address
the
it.
argument.
I asked you to prove me wrong.
No.
I made a
no.
claim, and now
you
you can't
said a
now
thing.
prove me
Listen,
wrong.
listen. If you say a
Prove
thing
my claim
and then you
that-
don't substantiate it, Dad, all right, I don't have to prove you wrong. We simply can move on because you've introduced a claim without any evidence to support it. That's not how debates work. We don't believe you just because you're an angry white racist. All right? You have to convince us using the truth. Now, you said that black people want to stay there. All right? I need you to provide me with some evidence that proves that black people want to stay there. Thank you.
Because what evidence is there?
Were you
Because if
talking
you're
on mute this
poor-
whole time?
What evidence is there is if you're poor and you want to seek other areas, there's clearly people that go across a desert with nothing to seek better opportunity. Therefore, black Americans
So you mean
should be able to do
so
the
you mean
same
they don't?
thing.
So you're saying that people who cross the desert to immigrate don't pay coyotes?
Have a far
They do so.
harder
They do
time
so
of
with
life.
no resources.
Yes.
Okay, well that's tacitly untrue. They literally pay coyotes to transport. them.
Actually, they come across negative. They have to sell their body and become slaves, basically.
Okay, so your solution is for black people to just start prostituting themselves.
Is that what I said? Is this how you try to win arguments? Is completely make up bullshit?
Let's try again. Let's try.
Where did
again.
I say prostitute? Where did I
You
say
said they have to sell
prostitution?
their bodies to basically become slaves.
Where did I say that? Where did I say sell their bodies?
Like 3 seconds ago.
Oh, go roll back the tape. Let me see. Go play it back. Let's see this, bro.
Okay.
Is this why you have only 13 people watching your videos?
I got you. No, don't worry about it, man. We got you, man.
All right.
We just gotta wait for the remux here. Do. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Hold on. 80%, 85%, 80, 90%. Hurry up. Yeah. Come on. Where are you? Bet. Where are you? Oh, please be the one. Please be the one. Nice. Cross the desert
Bro, this is
to immigrate. Don't pay coyotes.
Have a far.
They do
harder
so- they do so
time.
with
I tell my
no
black
resources?
wife that I'm racist. Then yes.
Okay, well that's tacitly untrue. They literally pay coyotes to transport. them.
Actually, they come across negative. They have to sell their body and become slaves.
What do you have to say for yourself? Apologize to my chat for lying.
I don't even. What are you talking about?
Apologize to my chat, you dirty, rotten liar. You lying ass
what?
racist. Okay. All right. Stay on mute. Stay on mute. We're going to do it one more time.
I can't hear it, dumbass.
People who cross the desert.
I can't
to
hear it,
immigrate.
dumbass.
You should learn to like yourself.
You're completely illiterate in electronics too, bro.
I'm not a racist. You're a racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you've
Yeah, not a
shown
racist
multiple
at all.
times throughout this.
Not a racist
Yes, you
at
are
all.
racist.
Literally
You
not a racist.
literally just
Hold on.
are toxic.
can't
That's poor, and you want to seek other areas. There's clearly people that go across a desert with nothing to seek better opportunity. Therefore, Black Americans should be able to do the same thing.
So you're saying that people who cross the desert to immigrate don't pay coyotes?
Have a far
They do
harder
so. They do
time
so
of
with
life.
no resources.
Yes.
Okay, well that's tacitly untrue. They literally pay coyotes to transport.
Actually, they come across negative. They have to sell their body and become slaves, basically.
I mean, come on, that's twice. That's twice, man.
That I said that there's a legal immigrant have to come across and sell their bodies.
No. You said they had to
do
sell
with
their
the black
bodies.
community
Then I
again?
said you said that they had to sell their bodies.
what
Then
the
you said they
fuck
didn't.
does
Then you
that have to
said
do with the black
play the
community?
tape. You're a liar.
We're talking about the illegal
You're a
immigrants that have
liar.
to cross.
Listen, man. I don't want to debate with a liar, Brody. I'm gonna put you back in the queue just because I'm confident that you're gonna stick around there. All right, next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Oh wait, you're 5?
Oh no, we are women.
You're women? Okay.
Yeah. I want to talk about the all masculinity is toxic. Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah. Masculinity is the performance of manhood. Man is an oppressor class. It is toxic to be in an oppressor class. Therefore, all masculinity is toxic.
Okay. So I'm just wondering. So being born into man, born a man, you're automatically an oppressor.
You're not born a man.
What?
0 people are born a man.
Oh. Explain that. Elaborate, please. Well, you're either born female sex or male sex.
What would you call a 5-year-old who was assigned male at birth?
I would call him a male. Say he, him.
What would his gender be? Would he be a man?
Well,
or would he be a boy?
Sex is not a social construct until the child.
Hey,
is of
you
age
with the
to decide
face. Would he be a boy or a man?
a boy. But
Okay.
what makes a
Again,
man-
literally no one is born a man.
What point do you become an oppressor?
When you do the performance of manhood. So little boy is
Okay,
toxic too.
Well, what I think is the performance of manhood is not inherently toxic, but is the system that sets up that masculinity for boys and men.
Oh, so we agree. L patriarchy.
What does that have to do with it?
Yeah.
We're not.
Patriarchy places men at the top of a strata. It puts them into an oppressor role. To be in an oppressor role is to be toxic. So the performance of manhood is toxic.
I feel like we're going in circles here, and it doesn't.
Nah,
really
we're not
make
going in
sense.
circles. You just don't understand what's happening.
No, I really don't.
I know.
Like I.
All right. That was fun. All right, Roni.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry calling. Wait, I'm trying to.
What the fuck? Prove to me that y'all aren't 12.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Prove to me that you're not 12.
I'm trying to leave the live.
There you go. I helped you. Same silly caller. No, we're not doing those either. All right, listen, the topics are 1350 is a myth. Black people cannot be racist. All masculinity is toxic. If you disagree and you're on TikTok, request up. If you're over there on the Ubity Tubity, just dial in 202-999-3055. Bye. Let's try this one more time. They're calling again. Let's see what happens. What do you want?
Why'd you run away? You
it's you again.
POS.
Oh, because you were crashing out, and I had my phone.
I was crashing out. Is that your cope?
We had everything we needed.
Is this what's going to make you sleep at night now? Is this making up cope for yourself?
No, I sleep next to my wife.
Oh, that's cute. So do I.
Yeah. You sleep next to my wife, you son of a bitch?
No, I wouldn't be nice to my wife.
It's called a joke.
I get it. I was playing along because I love my wife. I just wanted to give her respect, though.
Oh, you know what? That's good. That's good. Yeah, so I was right about everything. What more did we need to talk about?
I mean, you can think you're right about everything. I understand that's how narcissists
I tell you what, maybe I was wrong. Let me check in with the chat over on YouTube and on TikTok. Hey, chat, one in the chat if I was right.
Oh, wow, your chat. You're going to your chat. That's a real good source.
Yep.
The people that pay you money to freaking hear you say nothing to other people. Wow, yeah, great source.
They're all putting ones.
I don't care. Why would I care?
Oh, they think I'm right.
Why would I care what you're freaking lemming?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's do it. Okay. One in the chat if you think. What's your name, caller?
Samson.
If you think Sammy boy here was right.
Why would I care what they think?
One in the chat if old Sammy boy was.
Yeah.
Correct. Oh, negative
that
1
relies
9
on me caring what they
6
think.
7 negative 3
Yeah.
2 0 2.
You understand that
0
relies
0
me
0
on-
0 8 2 0 negative 1 L8 5 0
you
6
understand that
7
relies on me
74
giving
negative
a
1
fuck, right?
negative 60 negative 70 759 666. Whoa, that's the mark of the beast. Well, again, I don't see what more we have to talk about.
You understand that this relies on me caring what your chat says, correct?
No.
Why wouldn't it?
I just I needed to double check, man. Maybe you were right. Maybe right. Don't you think that? I'll tell you what. When you go to trial, right? Who decides
for
your
what?
fate at trial?
We're not in trial.
You
Why
got
the
a
hell
you
are
got a murder
comparing your-
trial.
Why are you comparing your shit YouTube channel to a trial?
Hey, you got a murder trial, right? You go to
Why
a
are you
murder
comparing
trial.
your shit YouTube channel
Who
to a
decides your
trial?
fate there? Oh, so you don't have
Why?
any faith in the American justice
Why?
system?
I don't have any faith in you leftist clowns.
Oh,
Because you can't defend any
so
of your
sad.
views. All you do is claim victim status and
Okay,
cry
all
like
right.
little pansies.
Good. Defending views is important to you. Wonderful.
Whatever.
Right?
That's
Hey,
supposed
do me
to
a
mean.
favor. When you come up, don't turn your camera on, okay?
Whatever that's supposed
So
to mean.
defending your views are important to you.
Okay.
Okay, good. Your view is that black people chose to stay segregated. Defend that. Show me some evidence.
Every group chooses to be with their own particular group.
Okay,
Kinda why
show me some
every
evidence
group
of
stays
that.
with each other.
Show me evidence
That's
of that.
exactly what I said before, and you can't give me a reason why that's
Show
wrong.
me evidence of that.
Go to every community and prove that I'm wrong. What community?
Okay, I'll be right
proves
back.
Me wrong.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Chad, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to every community. Hey, y'all niggas like being here? No. Okay, I'm back.
You're wrong. What makes me
Okay,
wrong?
Sammy boy?
What makes me wrong?
Sammy boy, I just went to every community. I talked to him.
What makes me wrong?
They told me.
Oh, they told you. Okay, so yeah, all the communities that are so mixed together, that aren't, segregated at all. No families like to stay close to each other. You're right. They all like to disperse, and we're all, completely mingled.
So
you got
fucking
that
angry.
right, bro.
You asked me to go talk to every single community. I just did.
Yeah.
They said
So
no.
Is you being a condescending asshole, like this is your debate tactic?
So wait, why are you moving the goalpost?
What goalpost?
I asked for proof. You didn't give it to me. You sent
Proof
me
of
on
what?
an errand.
I said yes. It is shown. Go prove it wrong. Go on any.
I
go
asked
on
for
any study.
evidence of your claim. You sent me on an errand. I went on the errand. It came back inconclusive to your statement. Now
I don't
it
need
is
to
your
make- I
job
don't
to
need to
find
make-
me something better if you disagree. Otherwise, I win again.
Go ahead and give me a reason why I should not believe in the statement that I said, that it's clear to everyone that pays attention.
It's not clear to everyone who's paid attention.
Why? Because you say so?
The people who have paid attention, like the United
there's
States
no-
Department of
there's no
Agriculture,
there's no.
like the United States Department of Agriculture, say that there is a direct correlation between redlining and segregated neighborhoods today. And I think that's clear.
Where are all these black folk being displaced? I thought you were angry. Argument. Dude, you just a fuck. Yeah, that's great. Concession for you, so.
All right, man, I got 3 other people in the queue.
Oh wow, yeah, that should be really,
Are you-
really like great conversations.
I know.
Clearly.
All right, so like, I just need you to do something like good so that we can move on.
Oh, honey, the last thing I want is acceptance from you, left.
Real quick public service announcement. If you have come here to perform your fealty to Donald Trump, if you've come here to perform your conservatism, we don't want you. Yeah. I don't know why y'all acting shocked by him calling me honey. These motherfuckers like me for real. They want to take me out. They want to hold hands with me and smooch. We understand that, don't we? All right, we got some Kadunka Chuds in the chat. Give me a hot second, y'all. I gotta make sure they ain't on no bullshit. Usually when they show up in groups like that, you can't trust it. Turn that camera off, player. All right, AJ, you're not loading in. You're going to have to re-request. Christy on the beat, Hope.
Hello.
Hello, Christy.
Hi. I had a question. It goes along with the conversation that you were having with dipshit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a white woman, obviously. When I get into certain lives, I just listen. I listen to points of view. I'm 52, by the way, so I read a ton of history. I know the history. How do I have a conversation that doesn't make me sound like Well, what I generally get is white, uh, uh white guilt.
Petty! 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 She's here. Here's the deal. Who cares? Who cares about white guilt? Like, who cares? What do I do with white guilt? I don't do shit with white guilt. Who gives a fuck about white guilt? Just learn. Just no one
I get
cares
called
about
it by
guilt.
women all the time.
So,
and I'm not trying to make. I mean, I'm the last person who is going to tell somebody their experience.
Okay, I'm gonna hold your hand. All right.
Okay.
All right. Just quick question. Which one is more comfortable? Your comfort or my liberation?
Your liberation.
All right. Okay. You understand that if the lowest of us don't get free, or the most marginalized of us don't get free, that you also don't get free. You understand that, right?
Can you elaborate on that? Because it's not
the most oppressed of us.
My more concern is that the other person is not free.
What?
Well, you re-ask your question, please.
You understand that if the most marginalized of us don't get free, then you don't get free. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then who gives a fuck about comfort? You're already oppressed. You're already used you're used as a buffer class. These white men don't give a shit about you.
But that's true. You're right.
They will use your body and pretend like the sanctity of your body is a good enough justification for violence against non-white people, against queer folks, against differently abled folks. Right, and they'll go, well, we gotta protect. We need the white. We love the white woman. The white woman is heavenly. Mother Mary, we love. Right, whole time you don't get access. 40 years ago, you get a fucking bank account. Whoop, yeah, fuck that.
But you know what? I
fuck
think
being comfortable.
I think a little differently because I see during history how profound Black women were for us white women.
Mm-hmm. Listen. It is a reasonable thing for people who are negatively affected by whiteness and white supremacy to be angry, vitriolic, and antagonistic even. Right? Not antagonism, because the antagonism would imply that it's unprovoked. Right? It's just normal. It's just normal. And because you have been socialized as a white woman, there's just going to be shit that you ain't got the taste buds for. You can't hear the dog whistles. You can't. You don't know what type of feet you stepping on. So you say wild shit like, "I love your hair. Your hair's so pretty like that. I want to get my hair like that," and shit like that. And you don't catch that nuance. You don't catch that cultural nuance, right? And you gonna get cursed the fuck out. Take that shit and let's get free.
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
So somebody said, why am I laughing?
You up on the panel? Where are we right now? Are we in your purse? All right. Aya put us in the dishwasher. We don't have time for that. We clean enough as it is. All right. We take showers on this side. We don't need to be in the dishwasher. Okay. Why was she laughing? See, you up here cackling, you up here chuckling and shit. Chat ain't got time for that. Who gives a fuck? Take it on the chin. Let's go. Let's go get free. You dig? Like, Pete, I'm a dude. I'm a whole ass dude. Right? I'm cisgendered. I'm hetero. And I'm a man. My comrades. Okay. I worry that I don't want to infantilize my sister because she was instrumental in the formation of Cadre. She and I worked together to start handpicking people to be in Cadre, and Jeff. And then it became like a whole thing where we're all involved, right? But it was very intentional for me to put majority femmes in Cadre. Did I know at some point I was going to man that shit up and just get the man all over it? Did I know eventually my man stink would just permeate the air? Yes. Are my femme comrades 100% righteous when they tell me to shut the hell up? When they slap me on the face and say, and they flick me on the nose and they say, Russia will once again be a superpower. Or they just say, Solid, you're fucking up. Yeah. Yes. Yes. They're 100% correct when they do that. That's why I surround myself with femme comrades. Does it feel good? Fuck no. Have I literally kind of cried a little bit off the app? Yeah, a little bit. a little bit. Right? A little bit of fetal position crying, but I get the fuck over it. Hold on, someone beautiful is calling me. All right, I'm going to go swimming with the Wiz. So we're going to make this one quick, okay? Hey, I fucking clicked on you. Yes, Echo.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. What's up?
Many things.
Okay. So do I just like start or like I don't know. Like how does this work? Do I just say like my point or like what?
Is there a topic that you disagree with?
The first one for sure.
Oh, okay. And why do you disagree with the first one?
So, I mean, I don't believe that it's a myth.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're saying that the entire black population commits 50% of the crime?
No, I would say that the black population commits around roughly 50% of violent crime, yes. And it's mostly kind of made up of black men specifically.
I don't agree. I don't think we have adequate enough evidence to prove that.
Why do you say so? Because okay, so basically, yeah, so this would say Black Americans make up about 13% of the U.S. population, but account for around like 50% of murder.
So even the babies are doing murder.
50% of unalivings, so like arrests for like homicide.
So
which,
even
yes,
the
I
babies are
understand.
doing the murder?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
So even the babies are doing the murder?
I didn't say that. I said it was
Just a bunch
mostly
of
black
little
men.
serial killer babies?
It's
Well, that's not
mostly black
13%
men.
of the United States population.
Huh? Yeah, like what? I'm so confused. Like, what do you mean?
Well, if the black men are doing the majority of violent crime, Ty, I see you, but I got to wrap this up because I'm going to go swimming with the Wiz. If the men are doing the majority of the violent crime, and that's what 13 means in 1350, right? It's automatically wrong because black men aren't 13% of the population. That's too large of a number.
I feel like that would make it even worse, to be honest. That would make the stat even
but it
worse.
doesn't make it true.
So then it would be 7% of the U.S. population commits around.
Okay, so then you agree that it's
So I mean that doesn't make it
incorrect.
look any better.
So
that
you
doesn't
agree?
make it look any better.
We heard you. So you agree that 1350 is incorrect?
No, not really. No.
Okay, well then that's what's the word? Irrational.
How is that irrational? How is that irrational?
Irrational? Yeah, because
Yeah.
you just agreed that black men don't make up 13% of the population. The
Okay,
saying
but then
isn't
when
7.
But then when I said 7%,
Let's try this one more time. Let's try this one. Is 7 13?
Wait, you said that stat would still be wrong.
That didn't answer my question.
Obviously, 7 is not 13.
Is the saying 750?
It should be, I guess.
That doesn't answer my question.
No, but
How
like
come
that.
you do such a bad job at answering my questions?
Okay, obviously the stat is
Is
1350.
it? Do you do a
Because-
bad job at answering my questions because you're dishonest?
No, because we know the stat to be
So then
1350. Like
you
that
do a
is the
bad job at
stat.
answering my questions because you're
I feel
having
like you're, like,
difficulty functioning in
gaslighting,
this
bro.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Both of which mean that you shouldn't be here
Why not?
because one is ableist and the other is pointless.
Okay, so
All power to all the people except for Ralph. Do something good for your neighbor. Ubuntu. Viva la raza. Throw more bread. Oh, wait. Kachi kapshida. Chamaneo. Kamsamnida. Chalchenesea. Ne. 네, 같이 갑시다. 안녕히 계세요. Throw more bricks. Boop. Hey, did y'all see all that? I forgot to start recording again, but that was fun. All right, thanks, Ubity Tubity. You've been wonderful. Thank you for liking. Thank you for engaging. The audience has been growing ever more. Don't forget to support me with the Cash App and the PayPal. All right. Now, the link is in the bio over on the Tickety Tockety. So you're going to have to make a journey over there if you want to send something, if you want to send a tip.